Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. Today's episode is going to be a little different, and I don't know whether I can find the right words, but I want to pay tribute to a dear friend who lost his battle with cancer recently, and you've probably guessed from the title of this podcast, he was a fireman all his life. And boy, do the firefighters know how to send someone off in style. His hearse was preceded by an old fire engine, and I'm going to struggle through this, I'll be honest. This is going to be really tough. But so it was an old fire engine, and there's actually a link between that fire engine and his family, because Martin is a fourth generation firefighter, and the engine was originally, when it was brand new, it was driven through the gates of their station by his dad in January 1961. And so it was amazing to see. It was very emotional. And there was a lot more ceremony. They were all in their finery and very impressive. And of course, his coffin had a fireman's hat, the ceremonial fireman's hat on it, and he was adorned in a flag. So, pretty, I haven't been to a funeral like that for some time, thank goodness. I don't like going to these funerals, particularly when it's great men that serve their country in one way or another, as did my other friend's husband in the police force fairly recently. But this engine was beautiful. It was made by Dennis with a Rolls-Royce engine, nothing but the best. When we were inside, part of the ceremony was the area commander came and said a few words, which I thought was really nice, because he didn't actually know Martin, because Martin retired some time ago, but I thought that was really nice. And he said, now I may get this wrong, because I've been trying to Google it and find it, because it's not actually in the programme, but he said it's either the fireman's prayer, which I think is probably the British one, but it may have been changed to firefighters to be more politically correct, I suppose, the firefighter's prayer. And the ending was slightly different than I've been able to find. But I thought I would read it because I've never heard it before, and it was very emotional. When I'm called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it's too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert, to hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and to give the best in me, to guard my neighbour and protect his property. And if, according to your will, I have to lose my life, bless with your protecting hand my loving family from strife. Now that's all I've been able to find on the internet, but actually today they changed it. It was kind of look after, if I have to lose my life, essentially it was look after my wife. That wife being my very good friend Julia, who I feel I've let down because I haven't seen them for so long. So there's a little note here. If you want to go and see somebody and you think, I haven't seen them for a while, go and see them, because it may be too late one day. But I'm not going to leave it there. Of course I'm not. There is supposed to be an element of comedy or creativity to this podcast. So why not leave that to the words of Martin himself? Because believe me, he liked to joke. He really did. He was a great bundle of fun. In fact, I knew it was his funeral wake when a big bowl of sausages came out, because that I attribute to him, because he did like a barbecue. But yes, he left us a few words. And those words are, I've dodged fire all my life, and now they're going to burn me. Is there no justice? Beam me up, Scotty. Which I think is wonderful, because he was also a sci-fi fanatic. In fact, the music going in was the Doctor Who theme, which was great. And also, I don't know what they call it, a priest or what, vicar, I don't know. The man who presided over it all stood up because he thought the music had ended, and then it just burst back into song again, and that was all quite amusing, because we all thought, yeah, that's Martin. So I'm going to leave you on that, but as I say, you got a friend you want to see, go and see them. Much love and gratitude.